Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of James Bond Bitcoin Live 00151 hashtag France. Yeah, I said hashtag France. Well, it's a little bit more than France. It's about Germany, a little bit of Russia, maybe even Malaysia. Bitcoin's pretty global, but I'm going to focus on France just a little bit. So let's go over the note section here real quick, see what we got today for you. I got bond trading view, list of top 58 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage, and all-time high. Originally designed to be flagged for shorts, but I'll go over that with you today. I'll go over the bond trading view. And then here's some of the articles I'll be talking about today, some news for you. France declares war on cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. Could tough new stance lead to a ban? I don't know. It seems kind of weird that, Europe, you think all of Europe would embrace Bitcoin. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people in Europe that do embrace Bitcoin. But the leadership these days, it's kind of questionable. Europe is turning. I don't know about you, but I'm telling you, Europe may end up burning. Here's another one. German central banker. Hold on here. Got to take care of something here real quick. German central banker. German central banker. Cryptocurrencies must be regulated in a global scale. That's what a German central banker said. Of course, that's what all central bankers say. And then let me see here. What else do we have here? Let's see here. Luno exchange bank account frozen by Malaysian tax officials. I have never traded on Luno exchange bank, but apparently they have the exchange itself, their bank account got frozen by the Malaysian tax officials. Looks like these tax collectors are really serious about collecting tax on Bitcoin these days. And then finally in the note section, I have Russia. Blogger who boasted about crypto wealth beaten and robbed for $425,000, or whatever millions of rubles that is. That equates to $425,000 about. So, man, it's dangerous. It is dangerous to be a cryptocurrency trader these days. There's a lot of things happening, and then on top of that, wasn't there somebody like in Ukraine who got kidnapped for like $1 million? So, anyway, not very dangerous, very, very dangerous to be involved in cryptocurrencies. Literally, you get burned at the stake. Anyways, let's see what else we got here. Coinspectator, real-time cryptocurrency news aggregator. That's where I get most of my news here. Getting a lot of interesting feeds. It should give you a good idea, at least, of the sentiment and the social engineering that's going on. Another one is CryptoPanic, is a news aggregator platform indicating impact on price and market for traders and cryptocurrency enthusiasts. Let's go check out some of the news that's coming through. Let's see all the social engineering that's going on here. Let's go to Coinspectator.com first. Let's check out what's coming through the pipeline. What's in the feed today? Let me see here. Just loading up right now. Man, people are just getting burned at the stake today. All right, so here's some of the feeds that are coming in from Coinspectator.com. Cryptocurrencies set to bust. Dogecoin creator warns. Jackson Palmer. I actually did an interview with him. You should check out the notes section, or not the notes section. You should check out some of my videos. I think it's one of the earlier James Bond Bitcoin Live videos. I interviewed Jackson Palmer. Talked about a lot of stuff that happened back in 2013. Are we repeating 2013 again? Maybe. Let me see. What else is going on? We're going to make our way out of a structured economy and monetary system, says Ethereum co-founder. Well, you know, it's hard to believe anything that comes out of any Ethereum co-founder's mouth these days. The future of Bitcoin. How the cryptocurrency is touted to trade going forward. Well, I would like to know. That was 32 minutes ago. That came from cityam.com. Let me see. Crypto hedge funds surge as bubble debate rages. 33 minutes ago. That's from thestar.com.my. Let's see what other stuff. China to block domestic access to Chinese and offshore cryptocurrency trading platforms. Well, this is news. I know the price of Bitcoin's kind of down. Do you think that's why the price is going down now? The Chinese are really cracking down. I mean, they don't want anybody to trade cryptocurrencies. They're basically cutting off the spigot to electricity to the mining farms in China, and now they really don't want Chinese people to trade Bitcoin in China or even offshore. They are cutting off the internet. I think it's time to get out of China, people. The futility of government bans. Bitcoin always finds a way. That is true. You know, Bitcoin's been around 9 years. I would say the first probably 7 years it was considered a joke. And then all of a sudden, it became a multi-billion-dollar market cap. 200 and some odd $billion market cap. And now it's a threat. It's a threat to the current system. It's a threat to people's way of life. It's a threat to everyone. And that threat is basically put fear in people's heart to the point where the fear is coming to a point where you're being burned at the stake. Let's see, here's another one. Cryptocurrencies resume slide as Bitcoin tumbles to December low. This is coming from Bloomberg.com 1 hour ago. Let me see. A fatal flaw is on its way, says Australian cryptocurrency creator Jackson Palmer. I wonder what that's about. China's shutdown of Bitcoin miners isn't just about electricity. 1 hour ago from NewYorker.com. I think there may be some truth in that headline. New report, Bitcoin drug money laundering is highly centralized. Cointelegraph.com 1 hour ago. Let's see if there's anything here. Oh, this is breaking. It says breaking. Bitcoin and Ethereum plummets as South Korea decides on total crypto shutdown. Is this more FUD? Because apparently they weren't going to shut it down. They're just tightening the regulations. Now they are going to shut it down. What is going on? We need somebody in Korea to tell us what is going on. Of course, I really haven't seen any Korean videos come out talking about Bitcoin. It's been a while. Where was that Korean guy who talks about cryptocurrency trading? I haven't seen any of his videos. It's like BitConnect. They all disappear for some reason. Anyways, I'm going to actually click on that. I want to read up on this here. I took a chance to read on it, and looks like there are some quotes here. This is a quote. Senior official Jung Ki-jun said, "We will respond strongly to cryptocurrency speculation and illegal acts, but we will provide support to research and development relating to blockchain technology. The proposed shutdown of exchanges that the Justice Minister mentioned recently is one of the measures suggested by the Ministry of the Justice Ministry to curb speculation." Now, I don't know if this is a continuation of a previous story, but it just keeps showing up in the news feed. Let's see if there's anything else going on here. Nope. Okay, let's go to CryptoPanic real quick. Let's see what kind of social engineering is coming from CryptoPanic. And the crypto Coinspectator is different. It has a lot of the feeds from news feeds, from mainstream and little crypto news feeds from the crypto space. CryptoPanic, it's a lot of subreddits, it's a lot of tweets, and very cryptocurrency news oriented sites. And so a little bit of difference. Let's check it out. Most altcoins are in accumulation mode. That's a nice way of saying they're taking a dump right now, so why don't you go ahead and scoop some up. Let's see here. I'm going to skip through some of this. The futility of government bans. Bitcoin always finds a way. There's basically another same news feed. MC Tron announcement to recent rumors. They need to make an announcement on rumors. What a joke. That's 8 positives, 8 positives, 3 negatives, 1 important, 1 save. What a joke. Let's see here. Let me try to find some interesting one. Okay, there. 2 hours ago, there will be a new internet built on top of Litecoin. Litecoin will be unimaginably more valuable coming soon. Wow, I should just dump all my Bitcoin right now and just buy some Litecoin. 6 positives, 3 negatives, and 1 important. Another one 2 hours ago. Huge. QTIM partners with Starbucks. Oh my gosh, really? I bet you one of the developers went to Starbucks and bought like a Starbucks, like some kind of Starbucks gift card. Or no. That's too easy. One of the developers from QTIM works at Starbucks, making espressos and chocolate lattes. So now all of a sudden QTIM is partnering with Starbucks. That's 13 positives, 4 important, 1 negative. Well, man, then now I'm going to have to sell all my Bitcoin and my Litecoin and sell all of those and buy QTIM. Let's see, what else? Getting Digibyte listed on Binance. Progress update. Whoa. Now I'm going to have to sell my QTIM, all my QTIM, and buy Digibytes. That's what a very professional, good, high level crypto altcoin trader does. They just keep buying and then selling, then buying and selling. They just keep moving to the hottest news. Let me see. Today, the Korean exchange Upbit has bigger trade volume than Binance and Cardano. Wow. If Upbit had a token, I would buy that token. That's 8 positive, 3 important, 1 negative, and 1 save. Google search volume for Bitcoin keywords increased by as much as 1,000% during 2017. Well, that's good to know, but we're in 2018 now. we'd like some more information on that. Maybe how to sell Bitcoin has gone up in price or gone up in their Google search rankings. Let me see what else. What else is in here in the great CryptoPanic? Anyways, okay, here's one that just came in a minute ago. This is fresh, hot off the smartphone. It used to be, it used to be hot off the press, but nobody reads a newspaper these days, right? So this is hot off the smartphone, everyone, right? Mark Cuban says NBA team Dallas Mavericks will accept Bitcoin as payment for tickets next season. So would that be this coming up season, or would that be next season, like next year? I'm not sure. But that's 2 positive, 1 important. It's good to know Mark Cuban wants Bitcoin now. Interesting. Unless he's dumping it. He's probably using BitPay or Coinbase. Anyways, that's it for the CryptoPanic. Let's continue on. Let's just continue on with the live stream, shall we? All right, let's keep going here. Oh, goodness. A lot of stuff going on today. And today's Martin Luther King Day in America. So all you people in America who work for the government, you have today off because of Martin Luther King Day, or Martin Luther King. So good for you. And I had to spend a day with my kids today. Thanks. And by the way, I also got an email from the school district. Apparently it's going to rain, and the temperature is going to go below freezing. So they decided to cancel the school tomorrow. So that's another day I get to spend with my kids. Hooray. Even though there's no snow whatsoever out here. It's kind of weird. I look outside, and I think today was about 50 degrees, which is, after coming from Canada, that's a very hot day. But getting school canceled tomorrow, wow. Okay. Anyways, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Let's go to the "It's time to stop." I like to keep reminding people it's time to stop with these hard forks. All right, it's time to stop. There's a link to that meme there. Love enjoying looking at that meme. Makes me laugh every time. All right, let's go on next. Now, in this next section that's been partitioned off, very useful websites. I wanted to add some of the others. Well, maybe or maybe not. I might add more to it or take away. But SegWit charts, check it out. SegWit charts. You can check out the adoption of SegWit addresses and SegWit wallets. Seems like they're slowly creeping up. But the thing about, the whole network effect is that in the beginning, of course, it's very, very slow. It almost seems too slow. And then once it gains momentum, it really starts exponentially growing. So watch out, because one day we're all making fun about how slow SegWit is. The next day, it may be up to 90%. So be careful what we say now. Next is CoinCodex, a listing platform. Live CoinWatch, another listing platform. CoinGecko, BitInfo charts, and then Joho mempool statistics. I'll go over the mempool as well as the fees and do a Bitcoin chart analysis at the end of the live stream here. And then Salome.io, another listing platform that measures social media volume. I haven't been there for a while, but if you check it out, it's very useful. I'm kind of wondering if there's any positive or negative social media volumes. Negative would be like you don't hear anything. So it's a difference between one day to the next day. It's a 24-hour social media volume. So if it goes negative, it just means it peaked out. So I guess it's only if something's being pumped, you get a positive out of it. But anyways, Transaction Accelerator, if you need it. And then Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash hash rate, historical chart 6 months that compares the two forks of Bitcoin and their hash rate. You can also compare their transaction, their medium transaction fees, their block times, all that good stuff. Go check it out. All right, next in the notes section is collecting your free Bitcoin Gold coins with Coinami. That is a link to the Coinami support desk. If you still can't figure out how to split your Bitcoin Gold, you should be burned at the stake. All right. What else is next? I even made a video how to split Bitcoin Gold BTG01 using your Coinami wallet. And if you still can't figure out how to do that, you should be burned at the stake, really. And then if you don't have an Android, well, you can still use the Coinami's mnemonic code converter. It's their recovery phrase tool, but it also generates a new wallet. All right. For all the coins that they have, it generates a new wallet. And you can also put your mnemonic seeds from your Trezor, your Ledger, from your other wallets into that. You could do it offline. And you could pick the coin. And they have a selection for Bitcoin Gold. They'll provide the private keys and everything. All you need, but you still need a Bitcoin Gold wallet. So there's no excuse. There shouldn't be any excuse for splitting your Bitcoin Gold. But be careful. I do leave a link for Bitcoin Gold website. But be careful because there might be some malicious code or malware that's going to steal all your Bitcoins. All right, so what's next here? All right, you know what? I miss those BitConnect advertisements. Man, my revenue has gone down since those BitConnect advertisements haven't showed up, or they've disappeared for some reason. I don't know what's happening. Craig Grant, why aren't you making more BitConnect videos and advertising it? And your mistress, Juliana. Man, maybe BitConnect is running out of money and they can't afford to do any more of these advertisements or these promotions from these promoters. Man, I'm going to miss BitConnect when it goes. Anyways, but if you're interested in BitConnect, you might want to read these articles here. Why has ICO Index labeled BitConnect as an outright fraud? Notice regarding high-yield coins on top of BitConnect. What is BitConnect, and why have we decided to distance ourselves from it? And on top of that, I did a live stream with 3 BitConnect users. James Bond Bitcoin Live 0017. Check it out. You're going to have fun watching that one. All right, so finally in the notes section, the last part that's been partitioned off, I have the video theme for this video. Family Guy, John the Ark. John the Ark. But I said Joan of Arc, you know, but anyways, check out that video, very funny. As you can see, I made the meme. I made a meme from that, as you're seeing here. The clip from the Family Guy, I think, is hilarious. So it made me laugh. And the meme you're looking at, hashtag yes2x122. There's a link for that, what you're looking at. And, you know, well, I'll talk about it a little bit later. Let me move on real quick. So I also have a link to Bitcoin Pot of Gold. Please donate to the Bitcoin Pot of Gold so one of you can be a lucky winner, and I can give away the clues to the 24-word mnemonic seed. All right. And then I have the SegWit address to the Bitcoin Pot of Gold. So, all right, let me say hi to everybody in the live chat here. Let's check out everyone in the live chat, see what's going on. Let's see. DJ Calv, good to see you. Bitcoin B, how you doing? Julie G, Good to see you. Boogers guy, welcome back. Welcome back. 21 million. Good to see you. Let me see. If any 21 million says, if anyone needs to claim their forks, I can claim it for them. Okay. I've been watching you. I know you're offering that service. You know, if you trust someone enough to give up your mnemonic seed or your private key, then definitely, you know, you can reach out to 21 million. I'm a little paranoid. I would never do that, but some people need help. Some people really need help. So, Varen, good night. You came and you left. Oh, goodness. Bitcoin B is smoking a fatty right now. Oh, man. Are you smoking a fat woman? Just listen to the Jackson Palmer interview. So, yeah, he's a moron. Oh, really? Are you talking about the one in off of Coinspectator, Richie Rich? Or are you talking about the one I did the interview with, Jackson Palmer? Either way, I think he's learned from an experience, you know. And I did witness a lot of the foolishness that went on with Dogecoin, and you know, you could see a lot of that foolishness going on with Ethereum, Neo, Cardano, Tron, Ripple. I mean, just nonsense. Bitcoin B, where you want to know where I'm from? Well, I'm in Texas now. I used to be in California, if that helps. I also used to be from Colorado, so I move around. I also used to live in Arizona. You know, I've been watching a lot of videos these days about building out a van, and I'm actually thinking about van dwelling. Mostly for travel purposes, and maybe actually being in another part of town, being in being in another part of the U.S., Canada, or even Mexico, or maybe even South America, wherever I can drive to, and being there for extended periods of time, and actually maybe and kind of living out of the van. Mainly to save cost on living expenses like hotel rooms, but trying to perhaps go to various Bitcoin meetups all over North America, Central America, and you know, throughout South America. Maybe, I'm not sure. You know, South America is kind of iffy, especially at the border, but definitely throughout the U.S. and Canada, and I hope I can get to Alaska. I can drive to Alaska. So that's something in the future. I don't know if I can really do that. I don't know if I can really do that because, you know, I do have a family and child. Well, I was, you know, Richie Rich, I was thinking about getting an RV, but RVs are expensive. I am too cheap. I don't want to sell all my Bitcoin to go live in an RV for a couple of years and you know, end up like going broke. So, you know, maybe a couple thousand on a cheap RV, because I don't want to get mugged and robbed. I want to look poor and you know, look like I'm a hardworking blue collar, you know, slave wage worker, disguise myself as kind of like that, you know. And so I think I can get for a couple $1,000s. I can probably get a very decent cargo van. Put a couple more $1,000s into upgrading it, building it out, and then I should be able to live in it. You know, not for a long period of time, but a short period of time. It's just a fantasy right now. I also been looking at electronic bicycles. One of the things I want to do is when I travel, you know, of course, you know, you have to travel light, and then you have to travel on foot, and it'd be nice to have a very I'm looking at foldable electronic bicycle, something that could help me get around, and is essentially a kind of like a mini scooter / motorcycle, but it's a bicycle that I can actually take with me through my travels, you know. So that's another thing I'm looking at. So, anyways, let's see what else are you all. There's strength in numbers. Is that what you're saying? 21 million. Let's see who else is in here. Pisces Traits, 373 blockchain. Good to see you. Oh, you're up in Dallas. Well, we're about to get Texas is about to get a nice little freeze warning, winter freeze warning. So hopefully they cancel school up there for you, and you have to spend some time at home, or maybe the work called you and won't let you back in. Yeah, Richie Rich. Yeah, the title on that, the fatal flaw. I understand what you're saying. You're talking about the article. Let me see. Where in Colorado? Let me see. I think when I was in Colorado Springs for a while, and then I was actually in Denver, in Aurora. So that's how you say it. It's been a while. That was my childhood, actually. Rich says, just put a Navy SEAL stick on the RV. You want me to put a Navy SEAL sticker on the RV and I'll be okay? Oh, I wish it was that easy, but it's probably not. And Cubro, welcome to the live chat. Don't forget your solar panels and batteries. Yeah, I was looking at that. I was looking at, I want to do something really simple. I just want to do a van and probably just a mattress. It was what I was originally thinking. That's how cheap I'm really thinking. But if I do get a battery, if I do get a electronic bicycle, I'll have to figure out how to charge that. It's like a 65-pound bike. That's pretty heavy for a bike. Although you probably can still use it because it has gears. And so, yeah, I'll probably have to consider. It's kind of silly. As more and more I look into it, I'm adding more cost and more weight. I'm wondering if it's really worth it. Maybe I should just I don't know. I think it'll still be cheaper than a hotel because you still need a vehicle. You still need to drive around. I may not hang out in the cities per se. Maybe the suburb areas of a city, and then I'll drive to different Bitcoin meetups and see what's going on, what's really going on. I'll do a lot of undercover work. People won't know who I am. It'll be really funny. I don't know if I'll do live streams anymore. That's the thing. Hey Brian, what's up? Good to see you. Brad Taylor, welcome. Just saw Lambo sales are up this year thanks to the crap coins. Wow, really? Are people buying Lambos? Are they leasing Lambos? Or are they renting Lambos? Anyways, the problem if you lease them and everything, well, if you bought them, you definitely have to explain where you got the money. If you lease them, you only have to come up with whatever the monthly lease cost every month. So, in that way, I guess you don't have to report your taxes that much. But people are going to question, how can you afford all this? How you're making your money. Are people really making money in crypto that way? It's very interesting. Surgeon C, good to see you again. If I don't have someone, I'd go homeless, live out of my car, get a storage unit and PO box and a gym membership, and see where crypto goes and save as much as I can for 5 years. You know what? That's a good plan, especially if you're not traveling and you live in kind of in a suburb area. It could be kind of between the suburb and the city. And you know what I found? I found if you go to Denny's and you could park there, different Denny's, because they're open 24 hours, or an IHOP, they're open 24 hours. And yeah, you can get a gym membership. They have showers, they have saunas, some even have jacuzzis. And some are styled in a way that, it's almost man, you got the whole thing. You got a shower, you got the sauna, you got everything. And if I wasn't a father, I still have to raise children though. And if I wasn't married, if I was still single, I would do that. I might even actually work at a lame job and you know, that way I can have some place to park during the day. And yeah, I would do exactly what you're doing. Exactly, you would save so much money. You know, you would, yeah, I would really consider that, and just invest in crypto. Work, if you, it kind of sucks you would have to work, but yeah, do some, you know, work. There's no cost. You wouldn't have much of a social life, or maybe your social life would be much better. Who knows? But yeah, you know, give yourself 5 years or even 10 years, and after that, you probably will never have to work. Although you could probably still live that great lifestyle and travel more often. Yeah, my problem is I'm tied down, so I gotta wait another 5 to 10 years, probably more on the 10-year side, before I get a chance to go out in the wild and enjoy myself traveling the world. A van down by the river. Yes, I would love a van down by the river. Get some fish. Don't have to pay for anything. Fish for myself. Well, I don't think there's any Walmart. Walmart doesn't have like premium land around rivers these days. So I guess you can do Walmart, but Walmart's, you know, I've never done that thing. I've never done the whole van dwelling thing, but I think I've seen vans do that. I would definitely go to Walmart all the time because they're so, you could buy your food. You know, I would buy the food right there and eat it there, you know, or buy the food and, you know, make my meal in the van. I wouldn't buy too much. Michael Davis, welcome to the live chat. I made 35 Bitcoin today in Litecoin Moonage. No Lambo for me ever. Wow. That's pretty good. And Michael Davis, your plan, my plan, live poor till I'm 65. You know, Michael Davis, I'm glad you brought that up, because here's the sad truth is you may not live to 65. All right. This is kind of scary, but let me go on to the show. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Hold on. Thank you for everyone for being in the live stream and in the live chat. All right, Joan of Bitcoin. This is for you, all you French people out there, and for Europeans. You know, if you think about this space has grown to some social phenomenon, and I think every time there's a boom, there must be a martyr for the downfall. All right, someone must be sacrificed. Somebody must be sacrificed. So when I started, Ross Ulbricht was the sacrificial lamb, right? His head was served on a platter. Now that we have this tremendous growth and tremendous wealth for everyone, someone needs to go and get burned on the stake here. I don't know who. I don't know when. But I think if we want this idea of Bitcoin to grow, for some reason it's just this way. Don't ask me why. But somebody needs to burn at the stake. Someone must be a martyr. Someone's got to be sacrificed. So it has to be someone. You know, one of the first person that was sacrificed was like Ross Ulbricht, and he was involved in the darknet markets. I think this time we need somebody who's not involved in the darknet markets. Maybe an evangelist, someone who's been evangelizing. I mean, on top of my mind, I'm thinking Andreas Antonopoulos. Maybe he needs to be sacrificed for some reason. I mean, he wouldn't be sacrificed. He would become a martyr. So, or maybe, you know, since it's France, since this is all about France, we need someone who's French, and maybe even a woman, which is even more rare. That would make it a super duper martyr sacrifice. So it'll be interesting. I don't know what's going to happen. I feel there's a crash coming. Obviously, the price has gone down, which is not looking so good for the price of Bitcoin. and for all of cryptocurrency space. I'm not sure if it has to do with the crackdown on South Korea, or further cracking down in China, and then just more regulatory pressure coming on these exchanges. But anyways, Joan of Bitcoin. Someone needs to get burned at the stake today or soon. We need someone to be a martyr. I think that's the missing component that we're missing this year, towards the for Bitcoin here. And you know what? If someone becomes a martyr, all right, I think Bitcoin will continue to go up because of that. So who among us is willing to sacrifice themselves for Bitcoin? Who among us? I don't know. I don't think there's any among us, but I'm sure we could put our names in a hat and pick one. Because what if I told you, if we get a martyr this year, someone who gets burned at the stake, maybe through regulation, who knows, that all of us would become wealthy because the price of Bitcoin will skyrocket after that. I wonder how many of us are willing to go and martyr somebody. Anyways, let's go on to the next thing here I'm going to be talking about here. So, oh yeah, Bitcoin pot of gold. The QR code on the left side here, right, is the donational address to the Bitcoin pot of gold. Please donate so I can give away the 10th clue to the 10th word of the 24-word mnemonic seed. So far, I've given away the 10th clue for the 10th word. Then let me see. No, I've given away the 9th clue. So I've given away 9 clues for the first 9 words. Just check out some of my previous videos, and you should be able to figure them out, hopefully. The QR code on the right is actually the encrypted private key. So if you're good at cracking private keys, passwords, go ahead and scan that. You probably need a SegWit wallet. It is a SegWit address. Otherwise, you need to use a SegWit sender. And then good luck to you. One lucky winner, one lucky winner will sweep all those Bitcoins. And the QR code right here in the middle is a link to Yellow Fever for You YouTube channel. He's the one that gave me this idea. Thank you, Yellow Fever for You. All right. So let me just stop right here and let's look at something here. Let me see. Death rates by age. Just want to show you that. Let's have a look at death rates by age. So Michael Davis was showing us this. This looks like a chart of Bitcoin, by the way. So I'm going to share it with you. So here's the U.S. death rate by age group. And if you see here, it says, let me see, 65. It starts going up dramatically. I think this is a little off. I've done some research on this in the past because I was looking for life insurance. And the sad truth is there's a reason why your life insurance starts increasing. I mean, this is just not an annuity or anything. This is just simple, like term life insurance, all right? There is a reason why your rates start going up after you're 30 years old, because pretty much the insurance industry expects you to start dying after 30. All right, especially after 50. When you start reaching 50, they don't want to even give you any insurance. So you have to have insurance before you're 50, just life insurance, okay? I'm talking about just term life insurance. You're going to have to get life insurance before you're 50. And then what they do is they readjust the rate. They still let you have life insurance or let you continue the life insurance, but they readjust the rate every year. And that rate actually increases quite a bit, a lot. And so reaching whatever, 68 years old, there's probably, I don't know how many people are in live chat. I think they're up to 20. Okay, if there's 20 people in the live chat, half of you will be dead before you reach 65. Half of you. I can probably, I'm pretty sure I can guarantee that. Half of you will be dead. There's no doubt about it. So anyways, thank you, Michael Davis, for bringing that up. Oh, goodness. Let's close that out and let's go to the next one here. Let's close this one out too. All right, so let's go to the first article here. France declares war on the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple. Could tough new stance lead to a ban? That's a good question. Governments all over the world have been taking some kind of a strange stance against cryptocurrencies. They want to heavily regulate. They want to treat it like it's actual currency, which is kind of strange because nobody wants to admit that it is currency. So this is very interesting here. So I don't know what to make of this. I think this is another trend that we're seeing, and the fact that the price is going down, and you're seeing regulation in China, Korea, in Europe. There's always been a consideration of regulation, but I think because of such the high priced and also the volatility and the anonymous exchanges, the pump and dumps, the Ponzi's, the pyramids, apparently they're closing in, and so France is probably going to be a little hostile here. Let's go on to the next one real quick here. Let's go on to the next one. All right, so German central banker, cryptocurrencies must be regulated in, like literally in, it says in a global scale. Now this is coming from, I think recently from the G Summit meeting they're having here. And I think they're really talking about like cryptocurrencies in the G Summit. Right, the G20s are actually talking about cryptocurrencies and how to regulate them. This is incredible. Something that was considered obscure and a joke, all of a sudden now is a threat to the global monetary policy. It's a threat all over the world. Wow, incredible. So another, another kind of warning, I think. Another regulation that may be coming. I know Germany was kind of open, then all of a sudden became kind of closed. Now they're closing even more. So very interesting what's going on. All right, so let's go on to the next article here. Okay, here's another one. Luno exchange bank account frozen by Malaysian tax officials. I think this space has made too much money, way too much money, and so much money that tax authorities want a piece of your money. And I think that's another reason for the regulation coming through. The success or the pump and dumps and the Ponzi's and all the money that people made, all the videos that people were making about how wealthy they became, which I really doubt they became wealthy. Okay, but But the fact that they're boasting about it so much probably drew the attention of the tax authorities and local regulators, and that's probably why you're seeing all this scrutiny over the exchanges and bank accounts as well. So here's some more news in general that you could take a look at. And yes, they froze the bank account of this exchange, and so there's no deposits, no withdrawals. You can still trade. You can still trade on the exchange. It sounds like a Mt. Gox kind of thing. Mt. Gox was like that. So whenever you get a little situation, you know, Mt. Gox was really like you know, the template of what an exchange, all the things that could happen to exchange before it collapses. And so literally, when you hear their accounts being frozen, regulators coming in, I mean, when you withdrawals, deposits and withdrawals withheld, or deposits and withdrawals frozen, but you can still trade. When you hear stuff like that, that just brings me back to Mt. Gox. And I'm telling you, that's not good news. That is just not good news at all. All right, so last, okay, so talking about boasting. Russia, a blogger who boasted about crypto wealth beaten and robbed for $425,000. I think it was like, what, 24 million rubles? And so they took his safe, they broke into his house, beat him up, took his safe, took his computer, so took his phones. They went through all their devices, and for some reason, just like the story with what's that guy? I think there's a article in here. They mention it here. 23-year-old, all right, 23-year-old Nashin. Let me see, what's his name? Pavel Nashin, 23-year-old Pavel Nashin. All right. Going around boasting during meetups and blogging. He also even has a YouTube channel. I want to actually check it out, what his YouTube channel looks like. He's a YouTuber boasting about how much money he made. He's a millionaire blogger, beaten and robbed for boasting. Let me see here. What was the other? Okay, the other person. EXMO Exchange CEO Pavel Lerner. Remember, he was kidnapped and a $1 million ransom payment was made. And he's I think the story was very similar. They drove up on him on a Mercedes. Ironically, the people who basically beat and robbed Pavel Nashin, which is interesting. Do they have the same name? They have the same first name, Pavel Lerner and Pavel Nashin. What are the odds on that? That is so crazy. Their first names both start with Pavel. Is there a link or a connection? And not only that, what's weird in this article, you know, is the perpetrators both had Mercedes. This is crazy. I don't know what's going on. Russia is I'm highly suspicious of Russia in general. I mean, people get beaten, killed in the middle of the streets, politically assassinated. So when you travel, don't boast about being a millionaire, especially a crypto millionaire, because it might get you robbed and beaten, sometimes kidnapped, or even killed. Be careful out there. All right. Let's see what are you all saying in the live chat now. Let's see if I'm still streaming. I'm still streaming. Let's see what you all say. DD8209, welcome to the chat. You say Lambos are overrated. Bon, what's up, dude? Well, I could tell you what's not up. It's unfortunately the price last time I checked. But just talking about how I like to go out and travel in a van with maybe an electric foldable bike, and just go to meetups and see what nonsense people are talking about. Probably report on it a little bit. So let me see. Surgeon C, let it be Roger Ver, please. Do you want Roger Ver to be burned on the stake? Oh. Okay, so all right, so here's the guy who got mugged here. Let me see if I could go back. If I could get a clear shot of him. Yeah, that's it. Let's see right there. There you go. There's a link in the article. So this is the guy who got mugged, robbed, and beaten for boasting about his being a crypto millionaire. Pretty young guy, my goodness. I wouldn't be boasting about your crypto. I wouldn't be showing people how much Bitcoin you have. None of that. Don't do it. Anyways, let's cut him out. So there's a link to his channel if you want to know more about him. So this should be Roger Ver, huh? Interesting. I don't know. Roger Ver has kind of lost his status, but you know what? If he wants to redeem himself, right? If Roger Ver wants to redeem himself, and he might be really perfect. I was actually hoping it would be a woman, but Roger Ver is just as good as a woman, really. So someone kind of famous who evangelized. If he was martyred and burned at the stake, you know, that would put him into a good light, and possibly that would make the price of Bitcoin go up. I mean, you might have a point there. You might have a point there. Surgeon C. Roger Ver would be a good candidate. And Brian McLaughlin, yes, the Bitcoin kills its leaders. That's for sure. That is for sure. That's what I've noticed. Well, Michael Davis, if Andreas dies, you will mourn for a year. That's the point. That's what propels the movement. That's what propels the cause. Is the sacrifice and the martyr, or martyrism, if that's the word, of an individual for a cause or a movement. So that might keep the movement going, and it would probably make a lot of people come out who may have not been very active in this space. It may bring them out and become active again. Hey, Leisure Picker, how you doing? Brad Taylor, how you doing as well? Let's see here. You want you want me to ask Meister? You mean like the Bitcoin Meister? Is that who you're talking about? The Disrupt Meister? Maybe he'll volunteer. Oh, well, you know, I doubt Adam Meister would volunteer. He's too selfish. He really, or I should say, he's too greedy. He wants to live long enough to spend his money. And I think he was a millionaire when the price of Bitcoin was almost at 20,000. Now he's like only a 500,000-aire, supposedly. Supposedly, I think he has 50 Bitcoins, supposedly. So again, I wouldn't be telling people how many Bitcoins you have. You know, it's very dangerous now. Brad Taylor gives a thumbs up on Atomizer. Buy and hold, strong hand. Is that what this is? Oh goodness. Let me see what else. Brian, what are you saying? Say, what would do for a martyr before she passes? Obviously, custom meals and clothes. Yes. Brian, Amanda B. Johnson, is she French? I don't know, but we could change. We could write the history and say she's French. And yeah, history can definitely be written in a way after the fact that fits its needs. Well, just give it a couple hundred years. I think somebody can do some revisionist history. Bond, do a raffle with all of us and see who you'll pick for the sacrifice. Well, it can't be any of you guys. It has to be someone who's like public and kind of known, kind of semi-famous or really popular or famous. You know, someone who if they were a martyr for whatever, burned at the stake, we would definitely mourn, and it would continue this movement even further. Q Burrow, you think life insurance is a scam? I don't know. I mean, they do pay out. It is heavily regulated, and so if someone does die or pass away, you get their death certificate. You present the death certificate to the insurance company. They do pay out. But most of the time, you will never cash in on that life insurance. It's designed in a way where it's the odds are that you don't you don't cash out on life insurance. It's there, unfortunately, for an unfortunate accident. And but yeah, if you look at the insurance rates, they start increasing after 30, and then when you're about 50, or at least 55, they don't even offer you insurance anymore. They expect you to die, or they're thinking that you're going to be dying really soon. And DD8209, you're given the pickle. Let me see what this symbol says. Oh, it's a cucumber. All right, cucumber. Good enough. Julie G doesn't want me to insult women with Roger Ver. Well, if there was ever a time where a woman is needed in this space, here you go. Become the Joan of Bitcoin. We need a woman like this. If she was French, that would be even better, because it would really be, I think France needs a Joan of Bitcoin somewhere. Let's see. Brian says, Bitcoin Jesus, be careful which name you pick. It might come true. I know. That'd be an eerie, that's what happened to Jesus in real life. I mean, he was beaten, flogged, dragged through the streets, and then crucified. Well, man, I mean, Roger Ver's practically halfway there, isn't he? He's really halfway there. McAfee, I don't know about McAfee. I don't think he's not quite in the movement. I think he's just an opportunist, as you could tell from his tweets. That's it. Yes, that's it. That's not all of it. I still got. I got to close these. Let's see here. I still got to do the mempool. I still have to do the OC. Let me see, OC or on-chain. On-chain FX. Let's take a look at that real quick. And while that's loading, let's go to Live Coin Watch. We'll take a look at the Live Coin Watch. Well, Q-Bro, I don't know if anybody would make soup out of Roger Ver and eat it. So probably not. All right, so here you go. All right, there's something new here. If you take a look, it says new. You may choose to exclude Korean exchanges from the price calculations. No, we'll leave them. We'll leave them, even though they are higher than they should be. Looks like the price is kind of bouncing a little bit, but you know, I didn't exclude the price of the Korean exchanges. If we take a look at Bitcoin, like some of these are turning red now on the 24-hour, on the 7-day. They're starting to turn red. That's usually a sign of a decreasing in the momentum of the price movement. You can see Bitcoin here at 30 days. I got the 30 days in here, and it's now at negative 27% in 30 days. So if you bought at the top, you're negative 30%. That's quite a bit. And some of these other ones don't look as great as they used to, especially on the 30-day. You'll see the 24-hour column and the 7-day column turning red on all these. So Ethereum's still up 30 days, 81%. But I have a feeling that they're going to follow. Ethereum always follows Bitcoin. All right, they're just a bunch of followers. As you can tell, they all. I mean, people who are into Ethereum, they're just followers. They just follow. If you told them to jump off a bridge, they would. They would literally follow a bridge. They really follow somebody off a bridge. But they're up 81% in the last 30 days. Ripple, you're still up 129%. But if you look at the 7-day and the 24-hour, these are turning red. That usually means it's turning over. They're going to be going down. That's what I can tell if you look at it. Let's see what else. Bitcoin Cash only up 33% in the last 30 days. They're turning over with Bitcoin. Cardano used to be up quite a bit, not anymore. It's only up, but it's still up 243%. It's not bad. And then Litecoin, unfortunately, looks like following Bitcoin as well. Their chart is almost lockstep together. Negative 23.52% for 30 days here. NEM 106%, still up. Neo is killing it. Neo is killing it here for now, but it'll probably end up just like everybody else. But they're up 244% last 30 days. IOTA, after all that pump and dump, they're finally starting to turn over, and it looks like they're going to get beaten down. After 30 days, only negative 9%. Stellar got hacked today. I don't know what that was about. 181% up in the green. So not too bad, but I have a feeling it's going to start turning over as well. Let's see. EOS up 78% 30 days. Let's have a look at some other ones. Tron, man. Tron was up a big time, but it's only up 318%. Let's have a look here at some of the other ones here. Raya Blocks was like in quadruple digits. Now it's only up 626%. Not too bad, but you could tell it's turning over. Look at all the red. Let's see here. What's that? Binance coin. So this coin literally was created and Binance came into creation. Binance, the exchange. Wow. Up 377%, but you can see it's starting to turn over. MC Verge on the last 30 days, 466%. But starting to turn over here. Look at that. They're all turning red here on the 24 and the 7-day. That's how it starts, the bull market. Or the bear market, I should say, the bear market. Let me see here. VeChain. That was up quite a bit. Now it's only up 530% in the last 30 days. Status Status of 408% last 30 days. Here's KuCoin. KuCoin, wasn't that up like 2,000%? Now it's only up 1,713%. Starting to turn over. Doge used to be up more than this, but it's still up 141%. It was a penny. It was like almost 2 pennies. Now it's like back to a fraction of a penny again. Let's see here. Dragon Coin. That's taking a dump now. Up only 661% in the last 30 days now. They're starting to turn over. Smart Cash. I don't know where this came from, but 616%. Gas. So gas is pretty much Neo. Neo and gas seem to be the only coins that are power the 7-day and the 30-day. They're bucking the trend, but I wonder how much longer. I think after you can see right here as well, Neo. But I have a feeling Neo can't sustain that kind of growth if the whole cryptocurrency market is going down. It's only a matter of time before Neo joins the party. Let's change this to coin market cap now. All right, so bond trading view, everyone. Bond trading view. This view created by James Bond Bitcoin Live. This is in the notes section. There's a link for it. Check it out. List of top 55 coins and tokens compared to Bitcoin percentage and all-time high. Flagged for shorts. Now, I didn't flag them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the percentage down from all-time high. I'm going to click on that, and then we're going to get some numbers here. Okay, look at that. Look at that. Ardor, #1 spot. Game credits. Ethereum still hanging around the top 5. Neo and Neo Gas. So I'll go over those first 5, but you can go over more if you want. We'll take a look at them. Neo and Neo Gas is probably making Bitcoins. Let's see what Ethereum is doing and game credits and Ardor. Let's check them out. So ADR, Ardor. There we go. ARDR, Ardor. Let's see here. There's a little note here. It says, the Ardor node on Poloniex is on a fork. Wow. Really? It's forking. It says users to not make any Ardor deposits or withdrawals on Poloniex until the issue has been resolved. Wow. Okay. So it looks like no deposit or withdrawals on Ardor. But let's take a look at the Bitcoin value, and it is a Bitcoin maker now. It is actually making more Bitcoins than ever right now. If you have it, I'm proud of you. I'm glad. That means you can get more Bitcoin, and you should, because just like most of these coins, they're not going to last. They're probably going to take a dump at some point. Bitcoin price is down. You're making more Bitcoin. Consider cashing out. All right, consider cashing out. So, or you could be just greedy and hold it and keep holding it until it crashes, or until or you could just keep holding it until Bitcoin goes up to like 21,000 again, 25,000, and Ardor just kind of stagnates at its current price. You can do that too. Let me see what's next. Game credits and Ethereum. Okay. Game credits. GAME, game. Check that out real quick. Let's get rid of this banner. I don't know what this is. It's probably junk anyway. All right, there we go. Game credits. No. Okay, game credits. probably hit an all-time high or very close to an all-time high, and yeah, it's made it's gone up during the summer, and it's kind of crashing. It's kind of making a lot of the same patterns as some of the altcoins. It's starting to pick up a little bit. So I think it's picking up from all the other altcoins, kind of making a late push upwards while Bitcoin's kind of going down. It could start, but if I look at this chart, it just doesn't seem like it's getting anywhere. But but then again, I've been wrong about some of these other coins too. Some of them actually do start making more Bitcoin. If you want to risk it, I would just go ahead and just buy Bitcoin. If you're looking to make more Bitcoin anyway. But some of you aren't. Some of you are just looking to make more money. But compared to Bitcoin, this is a loser. Game credits is a loser. Ethereum, that's right, Ethereum. Let's see how Ethereum is doing. Loser right off the bat, but we'll take a look at it. Seems to always stick around the top 5 for some reason. Yeah, it's pushing up just a little bit higher at a time. It looks like it's going to go up. I don't know if it's really going to go up. If it does, it's limited, I think. And I do think Bitcoin will go back. We're just in a bear market. So it's lagging compared to Bitcoin, since Bitcoin's going down. I don't mind. I'm actually looking forward for the lower price. When it hits a certain price target, I'll start buying some Bitcoin. By then, what's probably most likely going to happen is that Ethereum will start stalling out at whatever peak, just like Bitcoin stalled out. And then it'll start stagnating, kind of going down. And while all the other altcoins start stagnating or going down, that's when Bitcoin will most likely start going up. But it may be a long time. I mean, we're a year, almost 2 years to the 2020 halving. I think right now we're going through a period of cycle where there is going to be a trend that's going to drive the price down for some time. That's just my honest opinion about Bitcoin. And that's probably why you're seeing a lot of these altcoins starting to pump, because people are trying to escape that. And now the altcoin markets are being played, are coming into play. But in the end result, probably these people are going to most likely hold on to these altcoins longer than they should have. And they're going to miss out on the next Bitcoin move up. But that's my opinion. I could be totally wrong. But maybe, what if I'm right? What if I'm right? Probably doesn't mean anything for you guys anyway, or anybody who's watching. All right, so what's next? What was next here? Sorry. So what was next here? Neo and Neo Gas. Okay, it's going to be easy. I think Neo is going to be making more Bitcoin here. Let's take a look. I bet you it's making a lot of Bitcoin right now. If you got Neo, congratulations, you're making Bitcoin. Question is, okay, it's hit an all-time Bitcoin right now. So the question is, are you going to keep holding? Because you can't really cash out in the cash, especially not on the exchanges, because that's all fake money. That's just a number on a computer screen. You're just playing a video game. Are you going to cash out into Bitcoin? Are you going to here's your chance to get more Bitcoin. Are you going to do it? Probably not. You're probably most likely going to hold longer than you should have. Although, yes, you'll make money, but you'll miss the boat on the next Bitcoin rise. I think that's what's going to happen eventually. That's my opinion. Let's see, gas, GA. Gas are the farts of Neo for the most part. And they're not quite making an all-time high, but they are making more Bitcoins, as you can see on the right-hand side here. So Neo and Gas are making more Bitcoins. Would I buy into them? No, because it's too late. It's probably too late. But if you want to take that chance, by all means, go ahead. People who are already in Neo, you're making out like a bandit. You should take this opportunity to get more Bitcoin. Take it, because the price of Bitcoin is going up. People are buying into Gas and Neo. Results in the price, as in the charts, moving upwards. And so consider looking for an exit or trying to go into an exit. Other coins that I've already mentioned have already kind of faltered a little bit. Neo is an exception. It is pumping. It's pumping hard right now. I don't know how much longer it's going to pump, but just like all good pumps, you know what happens after the pump, right? So if you look right here, what happens after the pump? The dump. Another pump. What do you get? Another long, prolonged dump here. And probably this pump is coming up, and probably hit this area, maybe even higher, hit a little higher, and then you'll get a longer dump. So eventually people are just going to go back into Bitcoin. And when that happens, I would start looking for Neo and Gas and see if they start going downwards. Once that starts happening, most likely the price of Bitcoin is going to be going back up. All right, so that's that. And then let me go to Joho mempool statistics. Let's take a look at the mempool real quick. While that's loading, let's see what you have to say. Bro, you're saying that Jesus knee bone soup, heavenly. You want somebody to knee bone Jesus? Oh, my goodness. Or the Bitcoin Jesus knee bone him? Wow. Wow. There's a lot of hate for him. You know, there's a lot of hate for that guy. Right, here's the mempool for Bitcoin, and it's pretty, well, I would say decent for what it's been so far. So if you can get your transactions around above the 100, 140 range, I think there's a really good chance. There's a really good chance that you'll probably get your transactions in the mempool. It just spikes up and goes down, spikes up and goes down. 140, 100 satoshis per byte seems like the baseline here. Hopefully, it can get down lower into the 70, the 50, the 30, the 20. I don't know how much longer it's going to take, but hopefully it can start getting into it. But is it affecting me? No. You know, I'm hodling, I'm trading, and I trade peer to peer. So most of the fees I pass on to the buyer anyway, and it seems like they're willing to pay it. And so until the market can't bear it anymore, this is probably what you're going to be seeing. And is another question, you know, I want to ask is this affecting the price of Bitcoin? Is the mempool being full and the high fees, if you want to call them high, are they affecting the price of Bitcoin? And I think it is. I think it is. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin fees. Let's take a look at Bitcoin fees real quick. All right, Bitcoin fees. If you look here all the way up to, wow, it's actually grown a little bit. 140, you can see that red bar right here. It's kind of grown more than the blue bar. Only after 150 does that blue bar really is larger than that red bar. So anything over 150, you probably have a really good shot of. If you want to wait and try to get your transactions into the block for the cheapest amount, you could try 150, but really you want to be over 150 satoshis per byte. Anywhere over 100 satoshis per byte looks really good. It starts really inverting probably around starting at 300 satoshis per byte, and then you see it starts growing from there. Looks like the average is 130 satoshis per byte or 120 satoshis per byte. That looks like there's a huge blue bar right here. Let's see, 130 satoshis per byte. I think that's too much, but if you need your transactions in the next block, I would say anything between 420 and 220. I think you'll be all right. And then anything above 150 to 220, you might have to wait a long time, longer anyways. Anything below 140, you'll be waiting a long time. All right, so let's go to Bitcoin Wisdom. Bitcoin Wisdom. See what's happening. It was a little bit lower. Oh boy. On the weekly, it looks like it's below the moving average here, right here, which is not a good sign. Looks like it'll continue. It may actually even continue all the way down on the weekly anyway. If it does start turning almost $8,678. Looks like the next support on this moving average. It may actually go lower because as the price goes down, the moving average is kind of bend downwards. And so it may actually even go to 8,000. So you may want to have some good limit orders around 8,000 area. And you may pick up a lot of cheap Bitcoins. I know 8,000, to say 8,000 is cheap Bitcoins, it seems really funny. But anyways, let's go on the 1 hour. Let's see what's happening here. Youch. So I guess we can draw some lines here. Why not? Let's just draw some lines. I guess it wouldn't hurt. Draw some lines here. I'll just draw a couple lines. Let's just be very thorough about this analysis. I'm going to try to be thorough about the analysis the way I would do it if I was trading on the exchanges, which I am not. Let me try to draw this a little bit better. All right, there we go. That's a little bit better. Okay, so it looks like the recent price didn't go above this high right here, which was 1,406, 14,619. Now this next high is right here. Is 14,394. Looks like it's breaking below the trend line. This overall trend line right here, below this trend line. So the price literally has to now. This is going to be a resistance, and this is also riding this trend line as well. So this moving average, this yellow moving average, is riding along this trend line. That's a resistance. The short-term average is also a resistance now, so it may start reacting right around here at this price. Let me see, which would be at 13,172. Let me see here. 13,172, and then along with this average price right here as well, which is at 13,520. And then I don't know what prices are going to be around here, but this trend line is also a resistance, along with the two other lines here from this point, which is the previous high, and this previous high. So it's it's still a lot of headwinds. The lower it goes, it just creates these headwinds. And unfortunately, we're making lower lows and lower highs right here. Here's the lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is definitely a lower high, and this is now a lower low, a low of $12,710 right here is the low here. So this is the range we're looking at. So if it breaks below, again, this 12,710, most likely it's going to be trending downwards, unfortunately. Let's go to 12-hour. Let's have a look at all this. So this is all nonsense. Let's take this out. Draw some other lines here. See where the trend might go. So as you see here, if you look, this candlestick did react to the longer term trend line here. And now it's actually reacting, this next candlestick reacted to the shorter term trend line pushing downwards. And the RSI looks like it wants to go down here. As you see right here, RSI's downward pressure. And let's have a look at the trend line that was supposed to support it. It's breaking below this trend line now. And so that is worrisome. On the 12-hour, it looks like we're getting, on a short time frame, very bearish sentiment, even despite the news coming out of Korea that they may or may not, all this may or may not, ban cryptocurrencies. They're out there to regulate it, that's for sure. And some other countries are looking to regulate. So the days of anonymous cryptocurrency exchanges are over. People who are pumping and dumping, or they think they can move their Bitcoin or their value into these other altcoins, eventually you're going to have to come back to Bitcoin. And if you wanted to realize your cash or realize that value, you're going to have to come to Bitcoin some way, somehow or some way or another. It's going to be harder now that the exchanges are regulated and most likely monitored and surveilled. So if you're stuck in an altcoin, I would get out of an altcoin, get into Bitcoin while it's still cheap here. The price may go down, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot easier because you'll own your private keys. You'll be able to have it if you're patient enough and wait for the value to go back up, which I do think it will. It may be a couple years, though. That's the thing. It may be a couple years. But when it goes up, when the next bull market comes up, you will be very, very, very wealthy. And Bitcoin's, I still believe Bitcoin is still the place where you want to be for the peer-to-peer market. And that way you can sell your Bitcoins, a fraction of your Bitcoin, for some ridiculous amount. Remember, I think in 10 years, if my calculations are right, and I did do it around the $13,000, so based off of $13,000 on current price, so it's probably still about the same in 10 years. $40.5 million for one Bitcoin. Sounds silly, sounds outrageous, but it might be. It might be in 10 years. So if you could hold on, if you can hodl for 10 years, you may never have to work again, and do whatever you want. K7 Gexer, how you doing? Let's see here if I can refresh this. Let's have a look at the 1 day. And the 1 day, you're kind of seeing the same thing. It's now the spot price is below the 2 moving averages. If it does go up, if it starts breaking upwards, or whenever it does start to break upwards, the resistance is at 15,877. So, but right now it looks like there's a lot of selling pressure right now. On the 3 day, looks like there definitely is selling pressure, and it looks like it's headed towards 11,850. Looks like it's looks like that may be the next support that's going to be tested. Of course, this is the other low right here. So this average line is above this low right here, which is at 11,160. This is what I say, 11,000. Well, right now it's 11,927, but that may be the next support that's going to be tested. And then finally this line right here. And then after that, oh man, I don't know what's going to happen. It could go down. Let's go on the weekly. So let's have a look at what you've been saying here. Ruha, Dev, Versija. Welcome to the live chat. Why FUD in market? So why is there FUD in the market? I think because a lot of these people who traded altcoins, ICOs, these low cap market coins, they haven't done any know your customer, right? They haven't identified themselves. So there's a lot of fear of that. Why are they cashing out? I'm not too sure why they would be cashing out. But I know this, that banks are starting to not process withdrawals or deposits. Exchanges are asking a lot of questions now when you do withdraw or even deposit. It seems like a lot of regulation is coming into the market where they're demanding a know your customer, a KYC, and anti-money laundering policies. And I think when you have that kind of a threat, there's a lot of fear, because I think a lot of people who were trading and doing all the pump and dumps and into the ICOs, they're first of all, they may be underage. Second, they may be doing something, they may have done something illicit by participating in an ICO and participating in a pump and dump, right? So they may be doing quote unquote illicit activity, not like drugs or anything, but these are financial crimes, white collar crimes, not these blue collar crimes of, you know, dark market and you know, trafficking drugs and contraband and stuff like that. So this is a different kind of crime. We're seeing white collar crime, and you know, I think that's the FUD in the market. I think that's ultimately the FUD in the market. Are they trying to cash out? It looks like they are. If they're not, they're trying to own their private keys, which again, their cryptocurrency withdrawals and deposits may be on freeze. And so a lot of people seem like they're trying to get out of the market before they get their accounts frozen, seems like. K7 Gexer 1000 Cliff High says Bitcoin will stay range bound 13,000 to 18K till mid-February. Okay, that's his opinion based off his webbot and research. That's fine. I'll do a chart analysis on a daily basis, we'll see what happens. DD8209 will be dead in 10 years if the New World Order happens. Well, you know, in 10 years, I still anticipate being around. And in 10 years, I anticipate myself traveling all over North America, maybe into South America in my little minivan. No, not my minivan, my little travel cargo van, my camper van, my van dwelling van, and riding around on my electric bike. So I'm going to be enjoying my life, live a very simple life, and enjoy all the wonderful you know, Bitcoins that I've gotten, and live the rest of my life as a free man, and that's my ultimate goal and dream, and to have time for myself, do things for myself, empower myself, educate myself, you know, just do things that I think bring a quality of life to me. And I hope all of you can have the same thing as well, you know. Um, and, and and for me, you know, I think Bitcoin will provide that for me for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just compelled to, you know, use Bitcoin for whatever reason. There's no logic to it really. There's no it doesn't make any sense to me, but for some reason I just have a need, a desire to do these things, and they change, you know, they change, but they've been my overall goal for a while, and for some reason Bitcoin will allow me to do it. At least that's what I believe. So. And so I'll be alive in 10 years. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try to fight death as long as I can. That's for sure. And try to be a part of this world in some way or shape, some way, somehow, some way, you know, some whatever way I can. And I'll try to do it as the most anonymous way, and I'll report back to all of you. I'll make a video, upload it, so you all can enjoy, and hopefully whether you do something different. I like to see maybe you make videos and share some of your experience. Right. So here's 1 week right here. 1 week. And so I'm looking at the 1 week. Let's just take all the lines out of here. Let's just zoom out first a little bit. I mean, it's you can look at it a different way. I mean, we're prices move so much. There's not a weekly on this. I'm sure I can go to TradingView and do a monthly, but monthly may say something different. But right now, I'll just focus on the weekly. Weekly is showing that the price is below this moving average. It looks like it's cresting, although I'm zoomed in. It looks like it's starting to flatten out. And you know, the price is below that moving average now. Now we just started the week. It's only Monday, but will be, you know, yeah, it is Monday. That's right. It's Monday. Yeah. Okay, it's Monday, and so it has another week to go, and you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So far, it is bearish. It is bearish right now. It started off the week bearish, and if it continues, then we're looking at this kind of price range here. Yeah, like, let me see, 80, 87.10, 80, 86.34, somewhere around there. Let me see if I can get a price out here, where I'm just picking a price from a previous red candle. That's 7,888. It could bounce off of that. I'm just trying to give you some idea of support. And again, at these prices from where they've been, it was 20,000. It was literally $20,000 almost like a month and a half ago. At these prices, you would consider them a bargain at 8,000. I know it's kind of weird to say that, but we'll have to see. So it is getting kind of scary. But if you're patient, if you stay in the game long enough, and you know, I think this is at this point in time, you know, a lot of people are probably tempted in going into altcoins. Problem is now when you go and trade these things, you may have to ID yourself and go through a regulated exchange. So for me, that's not something I'm interested in. I've always been in the peer-to-peer market, trading peer-to-peer, and I'll probably continue trading peer-to-peer. And I won't even bother with the exchanges. My experience with exchanges have been you get hacked and you lose money. And if the exchanges don't like go under immediately, they will socialize that cost onto their users, and you'll lose money. So the risk is all on you. There's very little benefit and reward. You don't own your private keys, and so everything is being dumped on you as the user when you go to these exchanges. So why bother? I would rather just go ahead, since I'm taking all the risk, then own the private keys. Just own the private keys since you're taking all the risk anyway. And I would wait. I would wait for the bull market to return. And if you're patient enough, if you are patient enough and you stick to the game plan, and you know you stay in the game, you will eventually come out on top. You will eventually come out on top. So, you know, this is going to be a struggle for a lot of people. You see a lot of negative news sentiment. You see exchanges and banks rejecting your withdrawals or your deposits. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. This should teach a lot of people what it means to be in a decentralized network with a decentralized currency, where you are your own bank or you own your own money, and that means you have to be responsible for your money. You have to be responsible for what you do and how you protect yourself and how you protect your private keys. So, you know, being on an exchange is always been risky. Always been risky. You know, you get your money seized, you can get your money frozen. It really sucks to have your account frozen, but yet you can trade on these exchanges, but you can't get your money. You can probably put in. Ironically, if you put in, they won't. It's okay, but you can't take out. So just be careful. So see what you're all saying. All right, so I'm going to be ending this live stream here soon. Let's close this out. Let's go back to the Joan of Bitcoin. Check out the Family Guy video. Really funny. Would like to see a female get burned at the stake. I think that may that may just motivate us all, you know. All right, let's see here. Joe Kaiser, how you doing? Good to see you. Pisces Traits 373 blockchain. Did you all see Ivan Tech Bio? Interesting. No, I know who Ivan on Tech. He's I don't know what he is. He's probably just some YouTuber, you know, trying to make a name for himself. Yeah, let me see. YouTube won't be around. No, I think YouTube will be around. It's just that content creators won't probably want to content create unless you're already a very popular content creator, and then even then, you may not want to create content. So it'll be heavily censored, and YouTube will be heavily censored, and you won't get exposure. So, but I think YouTube will still be around. Joe Kaiser, how you doing? Brad Taylor, you said you will give some millions to your kids or make them work. Um, I would make them work. I think every child needs to every offspring needs to understand what it's like to have nothing and you work your way up to things. Um, I don't live an extravagant life. I just try to live a life that allows me to give me time. That's all. I want more time to experience life and not, more work or more debt so I can work to pay it off. I want time, and that time also includes time with my children. Not so much time with my wife. I think she has her own thing she wants to do, and her thing doesn't include me being a part of it. So, but I just eventually the thing that you want at the end of the day, literally the thing that you want at the end of the day is you want more time. So unfortunately, money doesn't buy you more time, but what it does is it will allow you to do things without trying to worry. If you do it right, you won't worry about you won't give up your time for money if you do things right. But eventually, when I pass away, they'll have, I can't take things with me when I'm dead. So all my children or my heir or my wife will inherit everything. But, whatever that is, I'm not irresponsible. So I'm not going to just, leave my children and my family with a lot of debt. So hopefully I'll take care of that before I pass away. Pisces Trade 373, you say, guys, do the blockchain course in February with Ivan for $89 before it goes up. Why? I mean, Ivan can't teach me anything. I don't think Ivan can teach me anything that I could ever learn on my own. Matter of fact, if you learn on your own, I think it means a lot more than if somebody telling you. But then again, if you pay for it, you feel like you've learned something. I think all these YouTubers are that are selling courses. I think that's a joke. And if there's anybody who pays for a course to learn about cryptocurrency, you're an idiot. All right. You want to learn about cryptocurrency? Go and get some cryptocurrency and use it. Okay, that's how you learn about cryptocurrency. If you have an interest, you will find all the information you need to know. There are plenty of videos. There's plenty of content. There's plenty of articles. There's plenty of meetups you can go to. There's plenty of Medium posts that you can read that will help you basically build a simple foundation of what blockchains, quote unquote, blockchains are. But if you just study Bitcoin, or you just learn about Bitcoin, you'll learn just about almost everything else. You don't have to be a cryptographer or anything. But if you just learn the basics, then you'll learn just as much as whatever Ivan is going to be teaching you, or anybody who's selling a course. Don't waste your money. Just go out there and learn something every day, and you'll probably learn more than these people who are selling courses. These people who sell courses, I think they're a joke. I really do. Some of them are just ripping you off, in my opinion. Q Bro, you say you got to start from way down at the bottom. BR. Who's that? I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, Pisces trait 373. You can definitely learn from his videos, but unfortunately, you know, Ivan's videos are like promotions and advertising than than anything else. That's all. You know, he's obviously a YouTuber. You know, it's hard to find really good information watching YouTube channels, especially in the cryptocurrency space, because they're all about selling you a product or a service or a coin. Trying to get actual information that is helpful, it's hard to find because they don't get a lot of views. Okay, they don't help you make any money, but they give you knowledge, which I think in the end ultimately makes you money. A lot of them are just short-term, you know, thinkers. So that's the problem with this space. Everyone, the weird part is if they know so much about cryptocurrency, how come they're not rich? Why do they have to make their money through YouTube? You know, that's the weird part, right? Because they're probably not rich. The only reason why they are rich is because you're stupid enough to give them money. And that's why they have to keep doing this stuff. So, you know, they have to keep going through the routine over their social media channels to get you to give them money, and it's a never-ending job. They'll probably keep doing this forever until they can no longer make any money, and then just like Craig Grant or Trayvon James, or even box mining, they'll all have to go back to wherever they came from. You know, Craig Grant came from doing his bouncy houses, so he'll make his mistress, you know, do all the bouncy house. And then Trayvon James came from working as a stock boy at Michael's. You know, that's why he's doing his drive. That's why he's making videos from his car again, is because he's probably going back to work, right, or looking for a job most likely from his little short stint of being self-employed. You know, it's hard being self-employed. It takes a lot of work and constant income. You always have to improve upon yourself and look for new revenues. And you know, when his source of income from whatever he was doing runs out, you know, he has to go back and look for a job. All these people do. All these people do. And then, you know, in the bear market, no one's willing to pay money for you to do a video on them because you're not going to make any money. It's that simple. Anyways, everyone in the live chat, thank you very much. Let me give thanks to everybody out here who was here. Pisces Trait 373 Blockchain, DD8209, Brian McLaughlin, good night to you. Q Burrow, Brad Taylor, Joe Kaiser, K7 Gexer 1000, Raul Dev Versia. Welcome to the live chat. First time I've seen you here. Let me see who else was in here. Leisure Picker. Good to see you here. Nice of you to chat. Michael Davis, Surgeon C, as well as Richie Rich, Ty Coker, and Varen. Good to see you. It's been a while. 21 Million Club, Burgers Guy, Bitcoin B, Julie G, and DJ Calv. So, anyways, thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this live chat. Please like, dislike, leave a comment after the live stream, or even do a video response. Until next time, everyone, stay tuned. Bye now.